Hello everyone, welcome to Monarch. My name is Sam. If I asked you how you were feeling today, I hope that you'd say that you're feeling scientific, because today we're doing our own little study. Not really based on science at all, but we are going to find out what is the cheapest British supermarket. We're only looking at the most common 8, so for reference that is Aldi, Asda, Co-op, Iceland, Lidl, Morrisons, Sainsbury's and Tesco. And for each one we're looking at buying 6 different items. Sorry, I had to check. So we're getting a pack of 5, a bunch of 5 bananas, a loaf of bread, a 400 gram block of cheese, 4 pints of milk, 500 grams of minced beef and 500 grams of pasta. I chose these items because they're pretty standard and on most shopping lists, especially for students. So that's what we're looking for. We're going to get the closest and always the cheapest alternative at every store to determine obviously what is the most expensive. There's a few different problems that you might notice as we go through, but I'll explain them all at the end. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. We are now at Aldi. Bananas, 78p. Bread, 45p. Cheese, 2.49. Milk, 1.45. Mincemeat, 2.49. Penne pasta, 41p. Next stop is Asda. Bananas, 99p. Bread, 45p. Cheese, £3. Milk, £1.45. Beef mince, £2.49. Pasta, 41p. And now we are at Co-op. Bananas, £1.40. Bread, £1. Cheese, £3.40. Milk, £1.65. Mincemeat, £4.50. Pasta, 90p. Next up, Iceland. Bananas, £1. Bread, £1. Cheese, £3. Milk, £1.35. Mincemeat, £3.85. Bigger pasta, £1.25. Our next stop is Lidl. Bananas are 78p, if you can see it. Bread loaf is 45p. Cheese, £2.49. Milk, £1.45. Beef mince, £2.29. Penne pasta, 41p. We are at Morrisons. Okay, we got a pack of 5 bananas here for 78p. Savers loaf from Morrisons, 45p. Savers cheese, 2.23. 4 pints of milk, 1.45. Beef mince, 2.49. Savers penne, 41p. We're now at Sainsbury's. Bananas, 78p. Bread, 75p. Cheese, 2.49. Milk, 1.45. Minced beef, 2.49. Big pasta, 82p. Next up is Tesco. 5 bananas, 75p. Bread, 75p. Cheese, 2.49. Milk, 1.45. Beef mince, 2.49. Pasta, 41p. Okay, so I know I've just thrown a lot of numbers at you, but we're not done yet. So I'm going to try and explain everything, because I know you probably didn't follow all of that. Don't worry, no one would. So after all of that, here is our results. You can see on screen the graph now. With at the bottom you can see the totals for each, and you can probably see Morrison's is our cheapest and Co-op is our most expensive. However, we have some problems that we need to address first. The fact is, three shops had some different, not the correct things. You might have noticed me say big pasta a couple times and I didn't mention the cheese, but Morrison's cheese was 350 grams, not 400 grams. And Iceland's pasta was 750 grams, not 500. And Sainsbury's pasta was 1 kilogram, not 500. So the way that I've got around this is simply by just dividing the price by the number of grams they are, and then timesing it by the number of grams they should be, to give us the representative price if they were the right amount. I know that's not how it actually works in business, but that's the best estimate we can get for this particular thing. So if you want to look on screen now, we have the updated prices. You can see the difference, and that gives us a slightly different total. You may notice that now Morrison's is no longer the cheapest. It is in fact Lidl, which shouldn't be too surprising because obviously Lidl is known of one of the two budget supermarkets, them and Aldi, which is our second place. You can actually see on screen here the list from cheapest up top to most expensive down the bottom. But you may have noticed that some numbers kept cropping up over and over again. For example, minced beef being £2.49 and milk being £1.45. This was the case in most supermarkets, not all, but most. And the reason for that is the Aldi and Lidl price match, which is why you may notice, looking at the table, the actual difference between them all isn't too much, other than our bottom two, Iceland and Co-op, which are a lot more expensive. Between Lidl and what's our second most expensive, Asda? Not second most expensive, third most expensive, sorry. Between Lidl and Asda, there's literally only less than £1 difference. Is that right? Yeah. No, £1 and 2p difference, sorry. So there's not that much of a range, and that's because most of these shops now operate on a Aldi and Lidl price match. But interestingly, Iceland, which is our second most expensive shop, is the cheapest place to actually get milk. So the only one that doesn't, or is one of two that don't have that Aldi and Lidl price match, Iceland and Co-op. And Iceland actually went cheaper for milk, whereas Co-op went more expensive. So if you're looking to get milk, maybe try Iceland, but nothing else there. It's way too expensive. So yeah, that about covers it. Sorry, I got a bit rambly at the end, but I'm just kind of looking at our results and saying what I see. So yeah, I hope you learned something. I certainly did. I would have never guessed that Co-op was that expensive, to be honest. And it does worry me a bit because I shop there and Iceland quite often, so I won't be doing that anymore, and I hope you remember not to either. So I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's been a bit of a ramble at the end, but yeah. If you have enjoyed, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. And I hope to see you next week. And until then, remember to stay educated.